Well, as we recap, Hurricane Helene, it made landfall just a couple of days along the Florida Gulf Coast. It's taking a look at power outages right now. A lot of these purple counties, you still have a lot of people without power. A good portion of the county, almost 100% of the county is without power. Just southwest of Savannah, Georgia, about 45% of people without power. Valdosta, Georgia, about 95% of the people still without power. We move a little bit northward. Augusta, Georgia, about 87–88% of people without power. You can definitely see where the right side, the dirty side of Helene was, just based off these power outages. And then more toward looking at the hardest hit areas. You would think the coastline, yes, but you've also got the mountains of Tennessee, North Carolina. About 65% of people in Asheville, North Carolina, still without power. Now, rainfall. Helene dropped buckets and inches, lot of rain over a short amount of time in a good portion of the area. About 4.5 to 5 inches in Tallahassee, 15 inches down in Perry, Florida. That's where the little white spot right there is. And then you move up about 5 inches in Albany, Georgia. That's Anthony's stopping grounds, if you know Anthony. Atlanta, which areas. The mountains of Tennessee, North Carolina. This one says about 10 inches in Asheville. You'd probably more lean on the 15 inches side because you see this swath of white and kind of brown or black to some degree. The radar in the has a hard time depicting it because of the mountains right here in western North Carolina. So really this swath of 20 to nearing 30 inches of rain needs to be pushed toward the state line of North Carolina and Tennessee. So this reading says about 12.5 inches for Newport in Cotton County. That's my stomping grounds, is in Knoxville. In East Tennessee, probably more on the edge of 15 inches in Newport. Places like that. About 5 inches for Knoxville, probably a good estimate for Knoxville. But again, a lot of rain within a short amount of time. That led to multiple flash flood emergencies, evacuations, things like that. But landfall made landfall about 10 miles west-southwest of Perry, Florida. Category 4 hurricane with winds packing a punch at 140 miles per hour, gusts of 160 miles per hour, pressure coming in at 938 millibars. Now, some stats, some information that's already been released regarding Hurricane Helene. 10th strongest hurricane to make landfall in Florida's history. Third hurricane. This is just the devastating part that we have to tell you. Third hurricane to hit Florida within 13 months. You had Helene, Hurricane Debbie last month, and then just a year ago, Hurricane Idalia. So people haven't had time to recover much because they're just getting hit and constantly with the landfalling hurricane. Helene brought historic flash flooding, river flooding, storm surge, winds, things like that, and quite a bit of tornadoes. Some numbers are already out, kind of a rough estimate. $15 to $26 billion in property damage has already occurred. And these are some pictures from NC-DOT. Normally, these are people, you can travel on this road to go to church, go to work, go to school, things like that. You can't. It's a river. That's the sad thing about it, is people can't go anywhere. They're stuck because either the roads are washed away, like this picture, or the roads are flooded. A lot of people can't get to places. The only really mode of transportation right now in portions of western North Carolina, especially in the mountains, is only by air. It's like taking people out to a forested area and leaving them with no power, no cell service, very little food and water, and so there you go. It's literally what is happening right now in western North Carolina. So we take a look at the tropics, though, changing gears and changing topics right now. That area of low interest or low chance of development out in the eastern Pacific. We got this big red area that is soon to be Tropical Depression 12 within the next 20 minutes from the National Hurricane Center. Where's the system expected to go? Off to the north and east, curve out to the sea, and hang with the fishies. But everybody's eyes is already turned to another area in the Gulf that's got a 50% chance of formation within the next 7 days. Where it will go, it's a $1 million question. If you do, let us know, but you probably don't know. Anywhere along the Gulf Coast line needs to be watching, paying attention, as we could see another tropical storm or hurricane in the Gulf. Ocean heat content, taking a look at it, that's bringing the warmer surface water up to the top. We've got plenty of it left here in the Gulf. So, Anthony, Hurricane Helene packed a punch and making landfall on Florida's Gulf Coast and up into North Carolina. Good news is we didn't get much impacts from Helene and Starkville. So how's that local forecast looking as we kind of go into the next week with Hurricane Helene behind everybody?
Well, thankfully, Brody, things are more quiet here in North Mississippi, at least as we begin the week. Right now, Mississippi State campus, as we're recording this, upper 70s, fairly mild, good visibility. Some popcorn showers are in the area, but I'm expecting that to dwindle as we head into the overnight into tomorrow. Low temperatures, lower 60s. This is just about pinpoint average for this time of year. Nice if you're headed out, dog walk, anything like that to start off the week on a good note. Now, there will be some areas of patchy fog. I do think they'll stay to the north and to the east, and that will dissipate fairly quickly, and we're going to wind up a beautiful afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-70s at 11, and then 3 o'clock we're going with 78 degrees. Temperatures just below normal for this time of year with a pleasant evening there. Comfortable to be outside. Go have dinner outside. Do the studying outside. Anything like that. It's going to be great for tomorrow. Now, going over the next few days, things are going to be changing just a little bit. Thankfully, we've gotten a lot of rainfall over the past month. We're just about to end September. Wake me up when September ends, right? We'll have to wake you up soon. I guess that'll be Tuesday. Notice how we've gotten above normal rainfall over the last 30 days thanks to Francine, and thanks to Helene, and thanks to the couple storms we had a little bit earlier. So we're good with the rainfall for now, and it's a good thing because over the next week, and not expecting too much of it, we're entering a fairly mild pattern where the jet stream is going to stay a little bit to the north. We will get a cold front here, but that will keep us a little bit cooler and will kick out the moisture to the south. Now notice how that moisture does make a return as we head into the late portions of the week, and this is where it gets a little bit uncertain. Brody, you were talking about it in your show. We could see some tropical impacts, but for now I'm just going to hold off on saying anything definitive. And you can see on my 7-day updated forecast that the main story, what we're going to be talking about, a lot of sunshine. Temperatures a little bit above normal for this time of year, but still fairly mild. We'll have a night in the 50s thanks to that front that I showed you just about a minute ago. And then we'll be watching that tropical wave and its impacts for us for the weekend.